This is Film Trigger. Stevie Cade.
I don't need breast implants. I lost 90 pounds. I have my own kids.
Seth Draven.
So by that logic, George Clooney is the best live-action Batman we have ever gotten.
Ramon from Hit or Miss TV.
If Justice League 2 isn't announced in 2022, I will shave my hair bald live on air.
Streaming from Studio 47. Film Trigger's Drive-By News begins now.
What up? This stuff here, man's drink.
Man's drink.
It's tea.
Oh, the nectar of the gods.
I shouldn't be drinking on air because then I'm advertising the brand. Don't hit me, Will Smith. Sorry.
Oh, shots fired. Oh my God, it is so wonderful to have you guys here with me live. Seth, I accidentally removed you. I did not mean to do that. Seth Draven, the boy wonder, the man in front of the curtain. How are you?
Yep, doing good.
Okay, great. Ramon from Hit or Miss TV. How you doing, buddy?
Hear that round of applause? It sounds like two bunny rabbits doing it.
Okay. It's already gotten weird. All right. Well, Seth is with us, Ramon is with us, and you guys are with us as well. Welcome to our first, not our first, but our first planned drive-by news. That's not on a Sunday because if anybody, for the 5 people that watched my solo adventure yesterday, I missed having you guys yesterday, by the way. Seth and Ramon. Don't do that to me too often.
All right, I'll try.
No, but it was I have to learn how to do that solo, but it was a little bit of a lack of a better term, hit or miss for me. But for anybody who saw, I did make the announcement yesterday that we will start doing drive-by news every Tuesday and Thursday as well as Sunday. And well, the Oscars were last night, and there's some things that we want to talk about with that because I'm sure all of you have heard, unless you live under a rock or don't have any of the internet.
Was that a pun?
No, I didn't think about it. Unless you live under a Chris Rock. Oh, okay. Well, you guys ready to get started talking about this, the Oscars debacle?
Yep.
All right. Is okay. Well, here we go. Let's bring it. Well, first of all, if anybody wants to chat with us, you are more than welcome to chat with us in the comments below. We are live and ready to take that right now, as well as if you want, you can give us a call. Let's say you're driving on the road, you can't text. Give us a call live. Tell us your thoughts, your opinions on the topics that we're talking about. We only talk about 2. This is going to be a very short drive-by news. And I thought about putting this on for tomorrow, but you know what? I was just really eager to talk about it. And I know Seth or Ramon is too. So is Seth. Let's just bring it up. Will Smith needs to move in with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air because he got in one little fight. Get it?
That's very, very good. Very good. I mean, to be honest with you, it sounds like it was made in America, but he is a bad boy for life.
Bad boy for life. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Made in America.
Yeah, that's one of his movies with Ted Danson and
yeah.
See, look, did you see that?
About that.
Bro, I just drop bombs. That's what I do, man. That's what I'm doing. I think he probably lost it because he's just in the pursuit of happiness.
We'll call it a rabomb.
After that as well last night, you got to think about it on Twitter of all the stuff in the backlash. He was definitely enemy of the state.
Oh, and he just keeps them coming. Ramon, you got any more? You ready?
Nah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there. I just think at the minute I see him a bit of... If I was him, I'd probably stand on there and have accept that Oscar and gone, I am legend. I thought it was a good one.
No, it was. It was actually pretty clever. I just wanted to boo you because I'm an asshole.
I'd rather be an asshole than a whole ass. Sorry.
Right. Well, it depends on the day. Okay. So to put some context, if anybody hasn't seen, which I'm sure all of you have, Will Smith, he acted a little inappropriately during the Oscars last night. Chris Rock doing his job as a comedian on stage. he made a joke, and it did not go over very well for Will Smith, and well, he slapped the shit out of him. Oh, Aaron White joining you, Ramon. Looked like the wild, wild west.
Say,
I'm surprised. Okay, you know what? How's everyone's puns better than mine? Y'all suck, or I suck.
Chris got rocked.
There you go. See.
All right, Seth, change the thing at the bottom. Chris got rocked. There it is. Anything except what I wrote. Okay, to put things in a full spectrum of perspective for you, Aaron, thanks for chiming in, man. It's good. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Chris got rocked.
The Oscars slapped last night. I love those.
We're done.
Okay,
we're moving forward. We're moving forward.
As soon as I make a joke, you guys are like, "Oh, moving on."
Oh, no. Don't start that. You got your joke down there at the bottom right now. Leave me out of this.
That's him. I'll always back you up, Seth, till the death. Till the death.
Thanks.
All right. So, for anybody who doesn't know, we're just gonna bring this up right now. We're going to play a little clip of what exactly happened last night at the Oscars. Then we will dive into what each of us thought and what you guys think about this as well.
Who can't wait to see it? All right. that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Okay. Before we continue, I want to take note of how awkward Chris Rock, like, he knows something's about to happen, but he has no clue what it is, and he's got this very like odd laugh, like, I don't know what's going on, but when the cameras are rolling, the show must go on. Poor guy, like, he just really is. He's well, you guys hear it.
Oh, wow.
And then
Will Smith
silence.
just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going.
Okay. Well, there it is, folks. There's I didn't mean to do that. There's what people are calling the slap heard around the world. Oh, here we go. Who is this? I wonder if Will is a Gemini man. Will Smith jokes just hit different. Is this Josh? Is this Josh? Josh, if it's you, click on the link at the bottom of the description on Facebook so we can see your name. Will Smith's jokes just hit. Oh, they sent that one twice. Okay. And what else? He just told Chris Rock, welcome to Earth. Okay. You know what? Welcome to the pun hour. We appreciate it.
I'm saying, man.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I know how I feel about this, but before we dive into my thoughts, Seth, what are your thoughts? What's your reaction to this? Do you think Will Smith is justified? Do you think he's not? I just got it one more time. Look at this. This is a face of a man you do not fuck with. God, he's
not happy.
No,
he's not justified. Like, I mean, say what you want about the joke. Was it messed up? Sure. Even with, whether or not Chris Rock knew how they took it or not, it was kind of offensive in a way. I could see that.
When you say that, when you say offensive, what was offensive about the joke? There's a disease, right? Like Jada Pinkett Smith has.
Yeah, she has a condition. She has
Yeah.
a condition that causes hair loss. So she shaved her head, and he was making a joke about her shaved head.
Right.
So maybe he didn't know about the condition itself.
Right. I don't know if he did,
but
or
I
not.
could see how they would take that because it was like a public thing. They've talked about it before. So
I never heard it.
I mean, I'm just saying I could see why they would assume that he would know about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that justifies Will Smith going on stage and, smacking him in the face.
No, I agree with you. I mean, that's how you don't handle that situation. That's not a very classy way to handle a situation. I mean, Will Smith, he later came on and he had given his acceptance speech like 30 minutes later for, winning Best Actor, where he talked about, he did it to defend his family and, like talking about love and all this stuff. Like, Chris Rock wasn't number one, Chris Rock wasn't physically attacking his family or anything like that. This was a joke. This is what presenters are asked to do at shows like this. There have been worse jokes made at the Oscars, at other award-winning ceremonies, and well, okay. Before I dive in, sorry, I'm going off my own tangent. I have my thoughts on Will Smith and what happened here. Ramon, what are your thoughts about this? When you first saw this,
do I go like clean, or do you think let rip?
Let it rip, man.
Honestly, let it rip, or not really? I think he's a complete. I think he's a really, really bad person, Will Smith. I'm trying to hold my tongue because it's your channel. I love Will Smith. Followed him since I was a kid. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bought all of his vinyls when he was with Fresh Prince. I bought the album Code Red. I supported him through all of his... Yeah, man. Like, his first album was amazing with Jazzy Jeff. Moved in... I don't want to... Sorry, I'm waffling on. I think he's a disgrace, mate. Like, at the end of the day... The joke he made was about alopecia. You go, right, cool. About G.I. Jane, because Demi Moore had her head shaved in the movie in the 90s, where she played the army cadet and everything. And you go, right, cool. It's a joke about that. That's absolutely nothing compared to what, even the stuff that Amy Schumer was saying on the show. Just like humour. It's called a joke. Now, if you can't hack a joke, don't go to an award ceremony. Don't go to a comedian show if you cannot hack comedy. Will Smith, of all people, should know better, because the amount of times I've watched him on TV shows or question shows, you know, like interviewing about a new movie where he slags people off, abuses people. Does that mean he should be attacked by people? Chris Rock made a joke. All right, he didn't like it, but you should have pulled him aside after the show. You don't go up on national TV in front of the planet, slap a man. I'm going to be as blunt to say slap another black man, because at the end of the day, we all know how things are in the world with, especially in America compared to here, like with race and stuff like that. That's not helping the cause, bro. Like, that's not helping the cause. You're slapping down a brother on stage. Yeah. Humiliating a guy on stage. Like,
oh, Chris Rock didn't know what to do. He was at a loss. I mean, he came back. He you know, kind of fumbled it through his next few words, and then he presented the award. You know, for best, I think it was best documentary, which is ironically, I think the person who won was a black director who did a documentary about black adversity. You know, like it was a very bad time to have, you know, that happen. Well, any time would have been bad, but like just the whole spectrum of it all was just not a good look. And I agree with you, Ramon. This is not the time or the place to do this. Real quick before we get to my opinion on this, Jimbo chimes in. If Rock didn't want him to lose his cool, he should have just slept with Jada instead.
Can I just say, right, just to finish off, right, I genuinely think on the Will Smith thing, right, this is genuinely first initial thoughts watching it live last night, 3:00 in the morning here in the UK. It happened when the slap happened. I was thinking, Oscars, entertainment, this will go viral. Do you know what I mean? It's a setup. I thought, right, cool, because they know each other. Chris Rock appeared in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air years back as a guest and everything. They've known each other a very, very long time. So I was thinking it's a joke. When the swearing come out, which was on the Australian TV news with keep my word out your effing mouth and all that, I was like, so he's being serious. Then I was just thinking, there's more to this than just this. This isn't, that joke didn't justify what just happened. There's either something going on with those two that's been building up, or in my opinion, I'm going to just throw it out there in speculation, because that's what I do, because I like stirring. I'm just going to say this is happening because of what's been going on in Will Smith's life. Like, his wife has been sleeping with other people. He does God knows what. They express it to the world, do a round table thing and go, hi, everyone. We're sleeping around with everyone. Our life's a complete mess. You're going to get criticised and people are going to take the mickey out of you, which is why he's been trolled online for the last 5 years or so. To me, this is just a build-up of a guy that just can't take anymore. And someone's cracked a joke, and it's
the straw that broke the camel's back. I 100% concur with that. Like you said, you know, he's been ridiculed a lot lately. He's obviously going through some... Like, I mean, that relationship has some toxicity to it. You can tell he's not happy. He's, you know, him, you know, crying about his relationship turned into a meme. So no one's respecting his mental health. And this was just like, it seems like, I don't know. I'm only guessing from what I see from TV world, but it seems like this was it. This was like the straw that broke the camel's back, and like things just clicked. And he just said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. And Chris Rock, you're in the fucking way, man. Sorry, dude, but
yeah, I think that's kind of how it came across at the end. But I don't know. I just watching it, I'm like, dude, the person, and I don't want to sound harsh, but dude, it's a woman that's made you feel like this. It's not Chris Rock's fault. This is the relationship that you're in that's made you. That's how it comes across to me, following what I've seen from them online. It's like, this is a guy that was waiting to explode, and like you said, someone's just cracked a joke. And it just isn't. I mean, god damn it, we've seen Ricky Gervais do the Golden Globes and the stuff that he said about Weinstein and everything else. I mean, he was hilarious, but he went off on people.
Yeah.
He went off. What he done, Chris Rock last night. I used to love Chris Rock. I'm not a massive fan of him, but that weren't really nothing compared to the stuff he's done in the past. It's just a light little jab and he move on. Like, no one cared about the joke. It was just done it, move on.
Somebody brings up a point here. It says no thoughts on Chris Rock just standing there no thoughts on Chris Rock just standing there doing nothing to avoid the hit. No sus. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't seem like. I mean, I don't think he expected to actually get hit.
No.
Up until the moment he got hit, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock thought Will Smith is going to do something funny here, or like, I don't know what he's going to do. Like we pointed out when we watched this clip earlier, let me see if I'll pull it back up here. Yeah, there's this awkward laugh that's going on.
As he's walking up,
with Chris Rock. That, like, I know this laugh. This is a laugh of a man who is like, what is going on? The show must go on. Let's keep our cool here. Like, I'll just see what happens. But like, you can hear it right here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Now, if the Facebook user who chimed in there, if you are hinting that this whole thing was a setup, I could see where we thought that at first. But moving on, like, as I said, this right here is a face of a man who's not messing around. Like, this is a guy who's literally, he's just been driven to the edge, and now this has resulted in that. Jimbo brings in, says, in all honesty, that slap didn't come from just that joke. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying, in my opinion. Wait, he's covering exactly. Oh, okay. Yep.
No, but
yes.
I think the hardest thing as well, like, love or hate Will Smith over the years. Come on, like, we've all loved some of his work, like even songs like flipping growing up, like Miami, The Men in Black, Bad Boys as the movies, like his Independence Day, like Steph said, Welcome to Earth, like all of these. He's had some special moments in cinema, special moments in just doing like dance, pop music and chart music. Summertime's an absolute classic song that he done. Absolute classic. Like, he's done some great music, and this is, I just don't know what will happen with him if, like, they're saying at the moment already online that is the Oscars and the Academy are investigating whether his Oscars should be taken back. I think that it should, because if anyone else had done that.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's put a pin put a pin in that real quick, because I do want to touch on that. Facebook user here says, I wonder, and by the way, Facebook user, if you want your name to be shown, just go to the bottom of the link that, on your Facebook thing, and all you have to do is click that StreamYard link, and your name will pop up. I wonder what would have happened if Ricky Gervais was hosting, presenting, and made a Jada remark.
Ricky Gervais, he means.
Or Gervais, yeah. Sorry, I'm guessing he probably would have punched back. He probably would have hit back.
Ricky Gervais would have thrown his pint at him. He would have just.
That's one thing I noticed is, like, Chris Rock kept his composure. I don't know if he was scared, he just didn't know how to handle the moment. But out of these two men, out of the situation that just happened, Chris Rock, whether he knew about her condition, Jada's condition, I don't know. I haven't heard if he knew about it or not. But let's say he didn't. He handled that situation really well. He just got bitch slapped by Will Smith, and he took time. He collected himself. He tried to crack 2 jokes, and then he just presented the award and moved on. And thus making Will Smith even look more like a fool than he did before. Sorry, Ramon, what we were about to say, what I wanted to put a pin in was, you said you think he should have the Oscar taken away.
Yeah.
See, that brings up a good question, because what do you win an Oscar for?
He wins an Oscar for acting.
Right.
And acting in a movie, but then at the same time, I kind of look at it in black and white in a situation like that. If me or you or Seth, we're at a concert, and whoever we're going to see is on stage, and one of us go up and punch someone or slap someone in the face on stage, one, we're escorted out. Two, we're going to be on every news thing for doing an assault.
Yeah.
There's no way in heck they're going to go. It doesn't compute in my brain that I'm going, right, that's just happened. Here's your Oscar. Congratulations. Then he stands there talking about love, family, and
there's
like
definitely
total contradiction.
There's definitely a lot of controversy over the fact that he wasn't escorted out. I think anybody else, or most 88% of the people in there, would have been escorted out.
Yes.
If they hit somebody like that. Facebook user here still, coincidentally, it's the face of a decent actor, commenting on what I said about this is the face of a man you don't mess with. Well, to that, I see what you just said. I will add, this is a face of not a very good actor. And like Chris Rock is shocked at what just happened. I believe his face, and he's not that great of an actor. Sorry, Chris, but you're not. He's a decent comedian, but I don't know. I don't fall into the category of that. This was a skit. If it was a skit, it was a very poor skit, and whoever came up with it should be fired from from writing skits, from the Oscars.
If Will Smith was a decent human being, I apologise. I shouldn't have cut in. Sorry, I apologise. If Will Smith was a decent human being and believed all the crap that comes out of his mouth when he done that speech, the first thing he should have said as a man was, "I'm sorry" to Chris Rock. That should have been the very first words. If I would have hit someone, I've been in fights. Everyone's had tussles with people. When you're confronted with someone again after an incident, the first thing you feel is, I better apologise. It's just a human nature reaction.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go on then, well, God is here to, I'm here to do a mission and I'm here to do love. And dude, you just humiliated someone. The first thing should have come out of your mouth. I would have, as a man, I would have gone, he was wrong, but he had the balls to stand up there and go, I made a mistake. I was wrong, and apologise to Chris. I'd have had a bit more respect for him if he did that. He never did that, not even till the end.
No, you're right. He definitely didn't have any couth, for sure. Jimbo says it's almost like the lip quiver moment when you see someone get really embarrassed. Rock's reaction was definitely real. Yeah, and I don't want to entertain the idea that this was fake, because I don't think this was fake. I don't think this was put on by the Oscars. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing about it adds up to the Oscars going, hey, you know what we need to get more views? A fight. I don't know. I don't buy it. With that being said, going back to what you said, Ramon, about if he needs the Oscar taken away, I don't know if I fall into that category, because I believe that, he won an award for being an actor. Now, if you're going to take an award away from an actor for acting a fool, imagine how many awards could be taken away from actors throughout time. I
think the only reason I'm saying it like there and then is the Oscar was presented to him there and then. If for example, what's the line? So he goes up there and he punches him, then he elbows him, then he kicks him, then he stamps on his face. Are you still going to say, right, you can have your Oscar now?
I just don't think anybody knew what to do. I just don't think anybody knew what to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At that point in there and then, what he just did there then, he assaulted someone and made that. In other words, if you're working for the Academy, he just made the Academy look a joke. I mean, it's not what it used to be anyway, the Oscars. We always used to watch it. It's not what it used to be. But he kind of made it a laughing stock around the planet. And then the Academy tweeted out, we do not condone violence. Well, you kind of do, because you just presented someone who assaulted on your stage. You just see someone assaulting the stage, you tweet out that you don't support violence, then you give that dude an Oscar. It's like total contradictory.
Yeah, I mean? I don't know if it's contradictory as much as just scrambling, people not knowing exactly how to react to a situation. Now, I do personally think that the Oscars should have made him leave, should have escorted him out. Like, hey, you know what? Will Smith, like they make the announcements. Will Smith won, but he's been escorted out. He'll get his
Just carry on with the show.
He'll get his trophy in the mail.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yes, sir.
Here's my question is like about him getting his Oscar taken away is like, if he did, what would they do? Would they just give it to the next person that would have won if Will Smith didn't?
runner-up?
Would they just, no one wins Best Actor this year?
No, it probably would have been passed down, but even then, like, who wants to pass down, Oscar?
Yeah, who wants
I won an
that?
Oscar for that movie that year. Isn't that the year that Will Smith?
I know who would have totally gotten it if Will Smith didn't. It would have been Andrew Garfield. I guarantee you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
poor
yeah,
Andrew,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
thanks for this.
Thanks, guys.
Is that Chris Rock blood on here?
Yeah.
All right. So Facebook user says winning the award is a separate issue. If he got a DUI after the show and threw his Oscar at the arresting officer, it's still separate. Each action in our lives stands on its own. I completely agree with you. I agree. I don't think he should have gotten his Oscar taken. I don't think he should get his Oscar taken away.
They've already said that that's not going to happen.
Good. And I don't think they should have changed that during the live show. If we could rewind time and do this all over again, I think again the only thing they should have changed was they should have escorted him out, and then when he got nominated or when he won, like, well, he'll get it and we'll have it delivered to the county jail, where he would spend time. Now, with that being said, he's not going to jail. Chris Rock is not pressing charges against Will Smith, and he could have, because he would have been taken to jail immediately because he just assaulted a man on stage. It was. I can't believe he didn't go to jail just on that alone.
Can I ask you a question? Because it's different. I have to ask because it's different laws to where you are to where we are over here. Mm-hmm. It works like that here, but don't you have? I don't know how it works. Do you have any laws like state by state? So say it's happened that can the state can the state press charges? You know what press charges? Yeah, because we don't have that here, but I know you have similar something like that over there.
I don't know enough about law to say like for this that's what I was saying. Like if that happened here, if the state could press charges, I'm surprised that they don't. But I don't know enough about the law. I know in domestic cases, if it's a husband, wife, or a couple get into a physical altercation, the state can step in then and actually file charges, no matter if the person who got hit wants to file charges or not. But I think that might, and I don't quote me on this. Don't get your legal advice from Stevie Kate over here, but like I'm pretty sure that that's just domestic cases. If you live in the same household sort of situation, like if I go and punch my neighbor and the cops show up, then and my neighbor doesn't want to press charges, then I don't think they can press charges. But if I beat my wife or whatever and she wants to press charges or doesn't want to press charges, then they can press charges. So but I'm pretty sure that so in this case, no, that state cannot press charges. But if they could, they'd have all the evidence in the world. Okay. I mean, he did it live on air. I mean, God, this is a man breaking down.
Yeah,
this is more of a call, not just to what has Will Smith done in like his whole life where we're like, oh man, here he goes again. We're not saying that. We're not saying, classic Will Smith. I think the closest thing that I can imagine, which also goes with the Oscars, is a couple of years ago he called the Oscars racist because he didn't get a nomination. It was but it wasn't anywhere to the same degree. But it was only one of the few like outbursts I've ever seen Will Smith ever have. But then he just does uncharacteristically does this. And to me, I think we're watching a decline in somebody's mental health. And not just, I'm not saying it's like,
I agree with that.
I'm not saying like mental health as in, he's got like, like a degenerative, brain disease or anything like that. I'm just talking like your health of being in toxic relationships, having the world watch you, and you're, you having an emotional breakdown on television turns into a meme, this is a guy that spends a lot of his time on YouTube channels, on his Twitter, uplifting people, telling people, hey, you want to live a better life? This is what you do. This is how you do it, And then he does this role model goes on stage and slaps a comedian for making a joke.
I think that's why I struggled with that final acceptance speech. Normally, something like that, with someone like him, he's the kind of guy, he's like, I wouldn't say, that's a wrong word, America's sweetheart, but he's kind of a beacon. He is a beacon for United States. Like from the outside perspective, he's one of those guys, like not in the same category, but like De Niro is as well. There's certain characters and faces that have got an iconic status. He has because of Fresh Prince. Like over here, Fresh Prince was such a big deal. It still is, and everyone still considers that as like one of the greatest ever TV shows. Like that's so big over here.
I love that show.
Him to go on stage, get an Oscar is the sort of thing everyone should be cheering for. Like Will Smith, like, you know, he deserves something. It's hard to sort of watch, for me, it's hard to sort of watch that after what he's just done on stage, to do that to someone and then to go up and give that speech about, well, the speech you probably would have been giving anyway. It's, you know, about moving forward, power, positives, like he normally does. But once you've just seen him do what he done and then you say that straight after, I'm like, I don't believe you, mate. I don't believe you. Because your actions just go against everything you've just said. So I don't know, where does it leave his career? I don't know.
I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll bounce back from this. I don't think it's going to be a thing that's going to affect his career for too much longer. I think he will come out and make an apology, and it'll probably be a very sentimental, apology. I think he will. I'm not too concerned about that part of it. It's just a matter of what are we going to take away as an audience here? Are we going to remember this as a time that he completely broke down and, let's cancel Will Smith, or should we really identify that, hey, mental health is a real thing here. Maybe we shouldn't laugh at a guy who's, crying on national television, about his marriage falling apart, like maybe we shouldn't turn it. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just trying to figure out where do we go from here.
But I'm with you. Like about the whole thing about the cancel thing. But however, devil's advocate, which is what you normally do, I'm going to say that we've seen so many people online cancelled, deleted, removed from all walks of their position and power of a career because of a tweet or a comment. This guy physically assaulted someone in front of the world. If that's not cause for someone to have repercussions, I don't know what is, because I've seen, for example, I don't want to, this is completely off the thing, I'm just going it because it's, or there was a dude that was on Twitch, a massive famous Twitch dude called Destiny, and he's huge, he's got millions of followers, right? And about a week ago he does political stuff, and he made a thing, and all he put was, I think biological men should be the only one in men's sports, which realistically is just a human nature comment. That's like, biological men do men's sports. That's a fact of life. That's what happens. He got banned from all those platforms because apparently it's transphobic or whatever.
Right.
Those were words, and he's just made a comment. If that person can have their complete life destroyed, how come another dude can go on stage, assault someone, and then go, well, congratulations, unlucky mate, but here's another movie? Like, I don't understand the balance. That's where I'm coming from. I don't understand the balance.
You make a solid point. I don't know if it's a fair point. The only reason why I say it, maybe it's not a fair point, is because the person making that, that comment, men should be in men's sports. That's a one-way street. They're talking, they put their stuff out. This was a two-way street. This was Chris Rock said something potentially offensive, and his and Will Smith's reaction to that. It's a little different in that degree, but I see what you mean. You do have a point. What I mean
is someone making a comment.
Where do we hold somebody accountable?
Yeah, like where someone, like in other words, if like now I could say something. Seth, any one of it was, I'm the idiot, so I'll probably be the one that says something, but to say a sentence and go, right, your platform should be removed or whatever, but then, okay, I can't do that, but then it's okay for that person to go over there, smack someone in the mouth in front of the planet on all the national news, but nothing happened. So that's kind of where I don't understand, where we're in strange times, aren't we, with social media and everything else, but it's just this hasn't happened before. But what I mean is, I don't understand where the balance is with everything anymore. I really don't.
I think the repercussions from this are going to be more personal with Will Smith. Stuff that we don't see, sponsorships being pulled, movie roles being taken away. He was just on social media talking about how his son was, working to play a new role in a Disney movie, like a superhero role, and a lot of people were speculating a Miles Morales role, which is a whole topic for a whole different discussion.
Okay.
I don't agree with it, but either way, well, maybe Disney will be like, we're gonna pull that now. I think the repercussions of his actions here are going to be different than what we think. They're not going to be, hey, everybody, here's what we're going to do to Will Smith, as much as Will Smith going, oh shit, okay, I just had my sponsors pulled. They're not hiring me for this movie. My son just got pulled from this movie due to my actions. Holy crap, I messed up. Facebook user chimes in. Totally agree with Steve's last point. Definitely looks like he just finally bullied over. The tension, scrutiny, pressure, etc. It's been building for who knows how long. Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate when someone points out how right I am. Thank you, Facebook user. Oh, Ramon Noodle. All right, Eric Ryan. Oh man. Okay. I'm not going to say it. Perhaps it was a warning shot to the person revealing the best actor winner. Maybe he wasn't the actual winner, but they were afraid not to say his name. Yeah. Is that it? Are we looking at this all wrong? Has Eric Ryan blown the truth? Exposed the truth to everybody?
And then, did you notice when he's walking off stage, he did look to the side, like behind the curtain, like.
Yeah, you next, bitches. Yeah. Eric Ryan, good point. For anybody who doesn't know, Eric Ryan is a fellow musician, also co-starred in a little short film I did with friends called The Reuben. Thanks, Aaron. Eric, I appreciate you timing in, dude. All right, so yeah, Chris got rocked. He sure did, and time will tell what's going to happen here. I do not think this was. I don't justify Will Smith's actions in any sort of way. I think it's more of a it should bring up more topics of men's mental health when it comes to taking depression seriously and things like this, the boiling point. But on Will Smith's his whole image, man, he just stained it. And this guy a lot of people consider a role model, and he just slapped the shit out of that image. And Chris Rock, I applaud him for handling it all in stride, doing what he needed to do. He didn't do anything reactionary. He stuck to the game plan. He cracked a couple jokes and went on with the show the way he should have. Now, if it comes out that Chris Rock did make that joke at Jada's expense because of her condition, that will make my view of this a little different.
Well, that's why he done it. It's obvious that's why he done it.
I don't know if that's
obvious.
Of course
it is. Yeah. Of course it is, man.
I don't know. I've known Chris Rock to be like, he could be a controversial comedian because he could be so blunt, but I've never known him to be that type of comedian. I've never known him to look at somebody and make somebody. Make fun of somebody
knows him on a personal level. That's what I'm saying. He's been working and doing bits with him since the 90s, so he knows him on a personal level. So he's gonna know his wife has lost her hair because of alopecia. He's gonna know, but I still don't think that justifies it because, mate, again, I think I had this debate with a friend of mine earlier on, and we clash. Like, you know me, I'm quite outspoken and everything, and that's fine if people don't agree. We've all got our own opinions. Like sometimes me and you, Stevie, we don't agree, but that's part of debate. That's the whole point of things. With Will Smith, it just comes back down to it that I just can't believe someone in his position. No one's even mentioned this as well either. Children watch the Oscars, like you said. He's a role model.
Yeah,
children stay up late. Like when I was a kid, it was kind of the thing to stop because I wanted to see Robert De Niro. I wanted to see Sean Penn, like whoever come out on stage and be, oh my god, that's like the real person. That's not the guy on the film. That's the real person.
Yeah,
and. There probably there would have been children watching that last night, and they've just seen that with Will Smith is going to be like. That's another thing I've not really taken that into account. Like there's children watching that, and it's like because we would react as adults on it. Us lot, we're all talking like men, like like men. We're not really thinking. What about little 6-year-olds who look up to Will Smith or I don't know, like
right. That brings up another good point. Now, I do think that his Oscar should not be taken away, which Seth has confirmed that it will not be. But how's this going to affect Oscar nominations and Oscar invites for Will Smith in the future?
He won't be going again.
Yeah, well, not just that, but like, think about it this way: like, he not only did he, slap the shit out of a presenter live on air, but then he sat back and twice said, "Drop the F-bomb." Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
That should have been that a lot. Like the assault is one thing. Yeah, should have been pushed aside. Then to sit down afterwards, then continue. I'm like, where is security? Where is
right?
Why isn't again? I'm looking at it as just us. We're normal people, right?
Mm-hmm.
If one of us did that, and then a camera went on any one of us, Seth is in the audience, and Seth stood up and going, "Yeah, motherfucker, oh, you're up, bro." Someone would have been on him in a heartbeat, pulling him out. So what is it because he's Will Smith he doesn't get that treatment to be taken out? He should have been removed from the event, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And Eric Ryan brings up a really good point here. He says every short person and balding man can just go around slapping people if this is okay. He makes a good point because the comedians. I've read a couple of tweets and social media posts of comedians actually coming out and saying, "Hey, Will Smith, you just gave everybody permission to come up and bitch slap, a comedian if they get offended by somebody's joke."
That's what I said to this is what I was debating about with my friend. He said, "Well, I don't find it funny. I would have done the same." I said, "Well, then I think you should be arrested." He goes, "Well, no, I'm just defending my wife." I'm like, "Bro, it's a comedian." Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit more lenient, I think, maybe towards humor than I don't get offended as much as I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think there's certain lines, again, even with me and you, Steve, I think there's certain things I might say or a joke by saying you might be a bit, well, I think that might be a bit too far. Whereas I'm just like, I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't care what anyone says. Like if my mate said to me, goes, say you went to the awards last night, you're with your mum, yeah? Mm-hmm. Your mum's got cancer and she's bald, and then Chris Rock took the mickey out of her. I'd go, that's my own fault then. And he goes, why? I said, because if I've got cancer, why would I go and sit in the front row when Chris Rock is presenting? I'm already asking for trouble because Chris Rock is presenting. I know what Chris Rock does. So that's how I look at it, though. That's how I look at it.
I disagree with you here, Ramon.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I disagree with you just because that's not why people go to the Oscars. People don't go to the Oscars to get roasted.
I agree.
And I tell you, this is where my mindset is at. My mindset is I do not think that joke was aimed at her ailment. I don't think
no
it is.
Malice. Yeah.
I really
just so happens
I think it was just a bald. She shaved her head. And he's like, G.I. Jane. I don't think, even if he did know about it, I don't think that was on his mind of like, oh, that's why she shaved her head.
To be malicious,
and Jada's had short hair for years, for whatever reason. But if he made that joke in that light and that comes out, then my perspective on this entire situation will change.
That's fair enough.
Maybe not on Will Smith's end, but like whether or not Chris Rock deserved it or not would be a whole different thing. Seth, real quick, what do you think about all of this? What do you think Chris Rock's intent was with the joke? Do you think he knew about the condition, or do you think this was an innocent joke and it was just bad timing?
You see, I can think of it both ways, like both things that you've both said, because you've said like, oh, even if he did know about it, maybe it wasn't on his mind when he said the joke. But Ramon will also bring up a good point, saying Will Smith and Chris Rock have been friends for decades, and this Jada Pinkett Smith thing, like with her hair and the condition she has been a public thing for a while now. So like you'd think that he would know about it. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now. Like all we know is that nothing's gonna happen to Will Smith. Like I'm legally. Nothing will legally happen to Will Smith.
I'll give you the legally one.
I mean.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have I definitely believe he's going to have a lot of repercussions when it comes to, as I said, his sponsors.
Let's just say one thing. So, do you know what? In a non-sarcastic way, thanks a lot, Will Smith, because you've given all of us something to talk about, and this is just gold dust for us to talk about on a social media platform doing channels. Like, you know what I mean? It's true though, isn't it? Like when we're doing stuff, this is the sort of stuff we kind of thrive off, not in a horrible way, but it's true. When the story comes out like this, it's because it's so unbelievable. It's a huge talking.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you would have told me 48 hours ago that I would be going live right now talking about how Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock because of a joke, I would not have believed you. I would have said that's a bit. I'm not even gonna consider it. Eric Ryan chimes in again, says it's a chick with a shaved head and a hard body. If he made a comparison between me and Bradley Cooper, I'd be stoked. Well, well, that's never gonna happen, Eric. I've seen your body.
That's just mean.
Do it. Eric busts my balls worse than you do, Ramon.
Do you know what's funny though? Earlier on, I said we should be called the Alan something because of Hangover. Zack Galifianakis. So that's two of the characters. He's Bradley Cooper. He's in the Hangover. You could be Alan. Seth could be the guy who gets married who ends up on the roof drunk. Who's the other one that's left? Oh, I'm the one who loses his teeth, isn't it? And who's afraid of his wife.
You get the
tattoo. Yeah.
Facebook user chimes in. Jada is stunning with or without hair. So is Demi in the movie. I agree. Chris would not have made the joke if Jada wasn't a celebrity and still glamorous. Chris was doing his job. Period. I 100% agree. Mysterious Facebook user. I really do. What they just said is exactly how I feel. You know, I don't think it was a punch at Jada's looks because she looks stunning. She really does. And so did Demi Moore. Like it wasn't like she wasn't insulting or Chris Rock wasn't insulting anybody. He was just making to me what was just a fun comparison. You got a shaved head? Oh, G.I. Jane. I mean, how long has it been since G.I. Jane came out? 90s, like 25 years?
Yeah.
I mean, what an obscure reference. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was almost something that he just improv. It just right top of his head, like, ooh, shaved head, G.I. Jane. Like it was a very odd reference to make because G.I. Jane hasn't been talked about in 25 freaking years.
Yeah.
So
I tell you, it's going to put it back up there on the flipping streaming services. I'll tell you that. Everyone will be streaming that next weekend.
I would love to see the streaming revenue for G.I. Jane.
Do you know what?
Week.
We'll be announcing it Sunday. Just announced G.I. Jane 2 is now happening. Demi Moore is coming back. I bet you any money they make a sequel now.
G.I. Jane. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That was a joke that it's not going to land very well. Okay, so I think we've talked that one to death. But I do have a segue into the second and last topic that I did want to bring up. Let me get this out of the way. Oh shoot. Hey, Seth, you know what the next topic is, right?
Yep.
Can you type that in? I had it typed in, but I must have accidentally deleted it. But meanwhile, while Seth does that, I am going to bring my segue photo to bring us from one topic to the next. And I couldn't help it. I loved this meme when I saw it, even though I just made a joke about, using memes and mental health, but damn it, if they're just not so funny.
Yep.
That's right. Zack Snyder's Justice League put the smackdown on Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Still typing. Hold on.
Oh, you're still typing. Okay. So that's pretty much it. What was it? The Oscars? What's it called? Well,
the Oscars.
No. It was the Zack Snyder's Justice League was a cheer moment.
It's the same thing. It's the
exact
same
is it?
thing.
Yeah,
I thought the fan favorite was he won for Army of the Dead.
Well, this is fan favorite moment.
Oh, okay.
And then there's
so Zack Snyder took home all the fan favorites.
Yeah, he did, both of them.
So hang on
last night I thought it was an Oscar. I thought he won an Oscar because I just saw like Oscar win, to the whole thing, and I made a post saying that Zack Snyder won an Oscar for Justice League, but I realized very quickly when I woke up this morning that I was incorrect about that.
No, he did not win an Oscar, unfortunately.
What's that?
No Oscar.
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, Ramon, like technically this isn't a 2022 movie. They can like the fact that Zack Snyder's Justice League won this fan favorite moment. A lot of people are up in arms about because they're like, wait, but this movie came out in 2017.
Yeah, but so did the majority of the things that were on there. Because they normally do it.
Well, but this one didn't have but this movie did not have a theatrical run. I think it was the main point to
Neither did the best movie Netflix film.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up because the movie that won best movie of the year,
Dog.
Yeah, did not have a theatrical run.
They didn't even win.
Did it not?
No.
What won?
There's a movie called Coda on Apple TV Plus that won Best Picture.
Okay, but that's still streaming, right?
Yes.
But what did Power of the Dog win then? I'm sure what did that win?
Power of the Dog won Best Director.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay.
Man, Seth, dude, I thank God you're here, man. Otherwise, Ramon and I would just look like two idiots just arguing about a movie that
This is the guy, everyone. This is the guy right here. He
That's
might be
him.
young. Yeah, you go. Look, no dust off of his shoulder. This is the guy that makes it all happen. He corrects us. He puts everything right.
Oh, this is that awkwardly long cheering.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
there we
it
go.
is.
Do you know what? Can I just say as well? Please be there as well, Seth. Like, now I've given you that praise. When I get myself in trouble on streaming, which I no doubt will, come out with like a great excuse for me, because you're good at like stuff like that. Because I'm bound to get myself in trouble.
Seth doesn't make excuses. Seth's a really good fact checker. There's a difference.
Yeah,
if you're spewing some bullshit, then he might.
Yeah, but I'll come out with something. You go, no.
something.
What he actually mean is he didn't mean that person should jump off a building. He actually meant this. And
Well,
that's what I meant, Seth.
if that's the truth, then yeah, I'll clarify.
Thank you.
Yeah, Seth, will you be Ramon's publicist, please? Make sure he gets.
Don't get in trouble.
I mean, I don't know how many social medias that Ramon's kicked off right now because he can't shut his mouth sometimes.
4 Facebooks. Do you know that one the other day? Yeah, that one the other day. As I said to you, all I did, I made a brand new Facebook account. My name, and I added Stevie. And now I'm blocked from using it. That's it. That's all I did. That's all I did. I haven't even posted on there yet.
Well, guilty by association, I guess. All right, so Zack Snyder's Justice League wins fan favorite moment, and as we said, this movie didn't have a theatrical release technically, and people are like, "Oh my God, man, it didn't have a theatrical release." But as Ramon pointed out, with the wrong movie, but the movie that did win Picture of the Year didn't have a theatrical release either.
I don't think anyone is talking about the fact that this didn't have a theatrical release. They've been nominating movies that don't get theatrical releases for like 5 years.
Okay, well, that's all the cry that I've heard. Like, I don't understand what the cry would be besides that. What have you heard, Seth? What is what are people saying negative about this? Because I see this as a win.
Oh, it is a win. They're just mad that No Way Home didn't win. That is the only issue here. Is that No Way Home didn't win.
Let's put aside our rose-colored glasses of Zack Snyder's Justice League for a moment. Do you think out of the movies that were presented, do you think this should have been the winner?
Yeah. Yeah. What's crazy about this is that I don't know why it was only this category, but this category could have any movie in it. Mm-hmm. Like not just 2021. I'm pretty sure The Matrix was in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like the first one.
Yep.
Does that mean that this is the fan favorite movie moment
of all time?
Is that what this is?
I don't know.
I think that's what this is.
If it was, then I don't know if I agree with 90% of the ones that were in there. I mean, they were all like dated from like 2000 on. Like there's a whole galaxy of movies before that have a lot better moment. Anyway, Ramon, I asked a question, Ramon. Where did you stand on that?
I think considering Spider-Man No Way Home made, probably over $1 billion by now in cinema tickets. That's going to be without all the streaming add-on, probably $1.5 billion. And Justice League was just the streaming film, right? So it didn't come into theatres. I mean, if I was working at Marvel or I was a really, really hardcore Marvel fan, that would really, really make me angry. That's all I've got to say. I'm really happy about it.
I really just want to see the look on Tony Emmerich's face.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
During that moment. I've seen photos, but I don't know if that was a photo that hit like of his face in that actual moment. I'm not sure if it was or not, but if it was, man, how great!
With that thing as well, you see, like with that whole thing with best moment, like the Flash moment. I know a lot of people love that. That weren't even my favourite thing. I know we all spoke about it last week, and I said about the bit with Cyborg. I know that's not going to be everyone's thing, but I'm glad and I'm happy for Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, because this whole thing, again, for fans, has been such a roller coaster to even help us help. I feel that we've got some sort of responsibility as fans with anything. And I think Marvel listen as well. I think the Andrew Garfield movie will happen because fan fans call for something, and these companies, not all of them, but some of these companies listen to their fans, and it was a slog for a lot of the fans of Zack Snyder's work. But I'm so glad. I think it's, you know, for fans that this has happened, and for them as well. But yeah, do I think it was the best, you know, movie moment in terms of like the Zack Snyder things? Not for me personally, the Flash. I think it's a great scene, but there's other moments in it. I prefer the Batman in the warehouse scene. That's just me in Batman versus Superman.
Oh man, that's such a good scene.
Yeah, but in general, this is huge because social media and a lot of these big Warner tech people, crap heads, have been going on about how this shouldn't have happened, the movie shouldn't have happened, there'll never be more. This just still goes to show that the fan base can still make a difference, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Zack Snyder. Really, I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, so am I. And I think to what you were saying about how this that scene's not your favorite scene, your favorite moment.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why it deserves the spot, the fan favorite moment, is, well, mainly because it was like the most shocking. Like when that happened.
Yeah.
That was like the most
amazing.
shocking. Like
I
I think universally, every Zack Snyder fan who would campaign for this movie to be made, I think we were all in the same mindset of, how do you cut this out of this movie? How do you cut this out? That moment,
I know.
That moment alone justified him being the Flash being in the movie at all.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so strange that they would take that out.
I didn't look at it like that before, you know.
You know,
when you
and
look at it like that, yeah. What's his name? Ginger. I told you, man. Ginger people are evil. That geezer.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah. See, ginger people are the devil. That's evidence, bro. You've just enlightened me. See, you just.
Hey, can we get Ramon's publicist in here to get him to close his mouth? Seth, get on it.
Hey, Ramon, shut it.
Oh man. All right. There's one more thing I wanted to say, and I can. Oh, yeah. This whole Zack Snyder Justice League thing. I am so, even though I backed out of the scene with that for the most part, I still am on the outskirts. Huge fan and huge. Like I want the next one to come out. I'm not gonna.
So do I, my guy.
I'm not gonna be obsessive about it anymore. But like I'll do my little parts here and there to be a part of it. Like, you know, little things
can I
I
ask
do.
you guys a question then about it?
Let me finish. I really wanted to bring this up.
Sorry.
Earlier was, I mean, the things all the stuff that fell into place for Zack Snyder's Justice League just to even be made. I mean, the chairman of HBO Max got fired for greenlighting this movie. It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have happened, and it did. And now here we are. He's getting recognition. No, he's not. He can't win an Oscar for it because the movie came out in 2017. So, but like the fact that he wins the fan favorite moments, the fact that, you know, hashtag what is it?
Restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah, thank you. Restore the Snyderverse was flying outside, you know, during the Oscars. This is still a big.
Did
movement.
it really do that?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, can you just imagine Tony Emmerich walking into the Oscars with, you know,
I didn't know that.
Release the Snyderverse flying on a banner, you know, like around the building. And I think this movement has a lot of positive things. I think it's one of the movements that is 100% correct. Fans make a lot of noise. As a matter of fact, fans making noise is why this happened to begin with, because everyone made a fuss about BVS and how it was so dark. But for some reason, we want a dark Batman any other time, but not that time. So like, so because of that reaction, you know, Warner Brothers in their knee-jerk, you know, reacting ways, you know, came out with the piece of shit that we got in 2017. So all that aside, we all know the story, the backstory, but this right here to me is just, it's heartwarming. Like it feels good. Like, you know, this is a director that deserved it. He was not just done wrong on like a financial level or respect level, but he was done wrong on a moral level. I mean, the everything around it was just terrible. And this is karma. This is karma coming back. And I love it. I think it's wonderful. Can
I throw one thing out there that might seem a little biased, but I'm trying not to be biased, but I still think it might come off that way. I think because there's people sitting out here like saying oh, Zack Snyder's an awful director. You know, why is he winning this award? It's like, I think we're past that. You know, like
Yeah.
there was like this time in like 2016, 2017 where Zack Snyder, not by us or at least me, but like by a lot of people, was looked at as one of the worst directors. Oh, he's an awful director, one of the worst directors yet. But the Snyder Cut specifically kind of won people back over, not only on him as a director, but his vision for DC as a whole.
Oh yeah.
But there's still people that are stuck in that 2016 mindset of, oh, he's one of the worst directors of all time.
Right.
I think this proves them wrong. Like, people like Zack Snyder now.
Yeah, I'm going to say it, Seth, and you know it. You know just exactly as much as anybody. I called it when BVS came out, and I looked at you and I said, it's going to take 3 movies before people understand what this movie was about.
Oh, right.
And
that was the day we saw it.
Yeah. And yeah.
Do you know what's bizarre with Snyder as well is that I know I'm probably going to get stick for this. Even Seth might even give me stick for this. I must have watched Sucker Punch about 10 times, and it ain't even that great of a movie, but I just I don't know what it is. I don't love all of his movies. Army of the Dead was my least favourite with the Army of Thieves. I weren't a big fan of those. All the other stuff I love. But with those other movies, I don't know what it is. It's the same with Batman versus Superman when Affleck was announced, and I was like, oh no, what are we doing here? Yeah. And then I watched that Ultimate Edition one, and I've said it, and I'll always keep saying it on every time we talk about it. I still can't believe how great that movie is. I've seen it it's embarrassing to sit here and admit I've probably watched it 15, 20 times, Batman versus Superman. And now we're just talking about it. Yeah, now we're talking about it again. I'm just sitting there going, oh crap, look, it's midnight here now in the UK. When I finish the stream, do I put it on again? Because we're talking about it, I start hearing like a couple of the sentences or the thing with Doomsday when he flies him in the end, you are my world. And then he flies, like I see the visions and I see the things in my head and I'm like, I've got to watch it again. I've not been like that with a movie for probably since like the first Lord of the Rings or the original Star Wars, like that real passion.
Yeah. Well, now I'm torn between like, I'll think, man, I want to watch BVS. But you know what I can watch also? Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I'll decide to watch that one. I had a friend text me. I don't know if he's watching or not. It's odd timing that he texted me, but I'm not going to put his name out here if he doesn't want it. But he just texted me. I'm curious to hear Joe Rogan's take on the Oscars. I know he knows Chris Rock really well and is a comedian himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he knows Will Smith personally. Joe Rogan. Listen, I'll just call you Jay, who texted me. If you're listening, I'll tell you, you will hear Joe Rogan's thoughts on this. It will come out, and probably today. It was probably on like not today, but like whatever show he recorded today. When that comes out, you will hear about it. It will be brought up, and
it'll probably be in the media as well.
Oh, they'll probably cancel Joe Rogan for. They'll cancel Joe Rogan for saying his opinion before they cancel Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. That's how I'm taking that.
Yep.
All right. Well, gentlemen, that's pretty much all we need to talk about. Now we can. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I want to throw one thing out there.
Yes.
About the fan favorite category, not the fan favorite moment, but like the fan favorite 2021 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Army of the Dead only won because the Snyder Cut wasn't eligible, and that's kind of funny to me.
I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, because you could vote, and everybody was like, "Oh, let's all vote for the Snyder Cut," and they did, and then they were like, "Oh, sorry, movie's not eligible. Came out in 2017." So everybody's like, "Okay, Army of the Dead," and they just moved over to Army of the Dead because they just wanted Zack to win. So.
Oh, you're right. I remember seeing that, and I was very upset with that. You know what? That actually brings up something that I do. Thank you for bringing that up, Seth, because that does bring up a good point. And this goes back to, okay, so we know Zack Snyder deserved everything that he got when it comes to like getting the movie made and all the rewards he's getting. Now, this is a double-edged sword. Allow me to play devil's advocate here.
I think I know where you're going.
And saying like, okay, but when is enough to have like a cult following of people, make such an uproar or make such an impact just because they are a big cult following? The fact that's why Army of the Dead won. Did a better movie lose out because people just made such an uproar about it? That's a good. I'm glad you brought that up, Seth.
I think one thing I could say though is that was the whole point of this specific category was for fans to vote for their favorite movie, and the one with the most votes wins. Like it's a cult of people going and spamming this website. I think you could vote like 12 times
What?
a day or something,
What?
maybe even more than that. Maybe I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot. But then there's all the I don't want to say MCU fans, maybe sound pretentious. All the like the No Way Home fans are just like,
But I will whisper it quietly as I segue into my next part of the conversation.
all the No Way Home fans are like, oh, how did No Way Home not win? It's like, that's because you didn't vote for the movie
12 times every day.
12
yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could.
yeah.
but
I'm sorry,
my
the
point-
Zack
but
Snyder fans are more passionate. I get your point, but
yeah, the point still remains. At what point, I think the Oscars might look at this and go, okay, we might need to tweak the way we do this next time. Like maybe only one vote per person, but then how many fake accounts are going to come about?
you know what I want to throw out there?
Yeah.
Just really quickly. If this category stays the same as it was this year, like if they keep doing it the same way, Zack Snyder movies, whatever they are that year, will win every year. Unless
Yeah.
unless it's truly an awful movie. Which
Right.
I mean, I know you particularly you guys don't like Army of the Dead that much, but it wasn't hated by most people. Like most
No, it
people
wasn't.
actually kind of liked it.
Yeah.
So
I didn't. I thought it was. I enjoyed it. I watched it 3 times. I enjoyed it.
well, I know
Jason-
Ron hates it. So
You watched
Jason
it 3
Longbreak.
times.
Jason Longbreak chimes in. Says Oscars are stupid. I think Oscars. I will. You know what? I want to thank Will Smith for making the Oscars the most exciting Oscars I've seen in years. Because I mean, yes, Oscars are stupid. They really are. They've really just gone down in quality. Not many people are interested in them anymore, and everyone's. I mean, like I feel like the fan favorite is just throwing a little bone out to like, oh look, the audience participates too. But no, you have like a panel of like 7 people that like sit there and like, these are the movies we like, and a lot of them are movies that we don't even know of, which is okay. But at the same time, like I think the prestigious of them, I think the Oscars are losing their steam. But these people do need to get awards too. So where do we land with that? Sorry, I went on a little tangent there.
Can I play devil's advocate? Sorry, can
Yeah.
I play devil's advocate now to your comment about saying where does it end with the fans, right?
Right.
I've got one for you, sweetheart. This is a good
Okay,
one.
darling, let's do this. He's reeling us in.
Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar for Revenant for best leading role or whatever. This is a guy that was in Titanic, brilliant movie. He was in Catch Me If You Can, brilliant movie. The Departed, brilliant movie. He didn't get nothing for any of them. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he played the disabled kid, brilliant movie. Yet he wins for The Revenant. To me, the Oscars gave him the award because it's like, oh, it's about time he gets one. He didn't deserve an award for that movie. So
I 100% agree with you.
So this whole thing with the fans voting, all right, it could be the case, like Seth said, if 12 people, like 12 votes a day, at the moment, he's like hot topic, Zack. Like, he's got a massive fan base. So yeah, he will win everything at the moment. But it isn't really any different to what's just happened with DiCaprio. Because, and look at the other one is, who do we love? Wilson, that dude from Big, Tom Hanks. He's won Oscars for movies that I don't think are that good, but he's done movies that are like really outstanding movies. I think he won one for Forrest Gump, which I think is probably fair.
Real quick,
But
Ramona, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to interrupt
go
just for 2 seconds. Jason Longbreak says greatest movie ever. We just listed off a whole bunch of movies. What movie are you talking about
Yeah.
specifically?
are you referring to movies like Forrest Gump, or are we talking about Army of the Dead?
Right.
When you're talking about-
Just clarify
Fine.
greatest movie ever, if you could, Jason. Sorry, Ramon. Go ahead, please.
But I think even if it's the fans voting or if it's the Academy voting, I don't really trust that the Oscars are genuinely honest anyway. I think some of it is, but I don't honestly sit here and think, oh wow, it's they've really done this genuinely and the right people have. I don't. I think it's like a pat on the back to who's doing well in the industry and everything else. That's how I view the Oscars.
Yeah, I do. Jason, Revenant. That's what he was talking about. I do agree with you, Ramon. Like the fact that out of all the movies he didn't win an Oscar for,
Yeah,
he got it for Revenant, where it looked like he was just like, it was the most overacting I've ever seen. The whole face he made through like the entire bear scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Eric,
good. It's
Eric
good.
Ryan chimes in and brings up a good point. Says there have been entire shows dedicated to how these awards are decided. It's about swag and bribes. It's not even a secret. Yes, you're absolutely correct. And I'm not going to poo-poo on the Oscars too much because here we are, it's giving us content to talk about, you know, like, but thank God, because usually the past couple of years, who what do you talk about the Oscars? Here's who won this, here's who won that. Here's a holy shit, Will Smith smacked the fuck out of Chris Rock. Now we got something to talk about. You know what? Maybe I'll take back what I said earlier. If this was a marketing move on the Oscars,
genius.
Maybe it is brilliant.
Yep. He also done Romeo and Juliet, which I think I've got to get a Sam because I just think they're fantastic movies. Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I love Romeo and Juliet.
And the other
That's
one, oh God, what was that other one he was in? Oh no,
Revenant. That's right, Jason. It was Revenant.
Romeo and Juliet. What was the other movie? Gangs of New York. I absolutely love that film. Sorry, over to Seth, but yeah, Caprio, man, he's done some incredible films.
Yeah, he has. What's Eating Gilbert Grape was like. Why he? Okay, so I don't want to get canceled, so I'm not going to quote Tropic Thunder here, but he definitely went full on for what for the character he was playing.
Yeah. I mean,
and
damn,
it didn't kick him in the ass.
Damn.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add? It's okay if you do. I just
got one more thing, and then I'm done. Officially.
I like your one more things. Go ahead.
This has nothing to do with what we've talked about really so far. It has to do with the Oscars, but nothing specific that we've mentioned. It was ridiculous to me that Denis Villeneuve, who directed Dune, didn't get a Best Director nomination.
Yeah, you're right. I was listening to something today that said this is the first movie ever in Oscars history that won six awards, but the director of that movie did not get a nomination for best director.
That's bizarre.
It got a Best Picture nomination. You know, that's a great feat, but like he deserved Best Director. He should have
at least the nomination. At least I mean, even to get nominated is an award in itself.
Right.
You know, so like, yeah, you're right. That's a very wonderful point to bring up. Like the six wins, not just nominations, 6 wins,
10 nominations,
6 wins. And Best Director is not either one of them. That's that's insane. It makes you wonder, like, what's the process here? You know, I guess according to Eric, that he didn't have enough bribe or swag. So
Oscars 2024.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
That's right after Dune 2 comes out. That's when he'll get his Best Director nomination.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then we'll talk about it in 2024. Like, now like what they're doing. They're reacting to our reaction back then, and I don't know.
Yep.
No.
I'm calling it right now.
Thing, though. Yeah, they know that there's going to be another one. Yeah, it's like they know there's going to be another one. Oh, we'll wait for that one, which to me is not genuine. That's What
if he dies in a car accident tomorrow? Then oops.
Oh, well done. Glad you said that.
Well, thank you. What? No. My point is like that sort of mindset.
What is your point?
The mindset that you were saying, like, if like, oh well, we'll award him whenever he comes out with his next movie. Well, what if he doesn't get to make his next movie? Was my point. You know, like if he doesn't get to make his next movie, then that's.
I don't think that really matters to the Academy. Like I think if they would have no, I don't mean him dying. I mean whether or not he would have gotten this movie. Like, I don't think they would have thought to themselves, "Oh yeah, we'll just wait for the next one to give him this nomination."
I'm actually, do you know what, man? I'm really looking forward to that now. Like, June was in my head. I loved it when it came out. I've watched it one more time since, and I'm not gonna like overkill it. But looking like now, you're saying 2024. That's one of those that's going to be in the back of my mind that I'm just going to like not look too much into and just go and watch it again on the big screen. And I think it's going to be another, like, again, I loved it as well. I just can't on the big screen. That's just I can't wait.
All right. Yep. I grow more excited for Dune. You guys remember I don't know much about Dune, so like when I first watched it, I'm like, man. But I am going to watch it again. I am going to give it another rewatch. Eric Ryan says, chalk that up to Life Ain't Fair. And you know what? He is absolutely right. Chris Rock is feeling Life Ain't Fair on his jaw right now. With that, guys, I think we covered it pretty well.
Solid show.
What's that?
Solid show, man.
Yeah, solid show. I appreciate you guys coming in last minute. Again, we were supposed to do one tomorrow, but I want to talk about this tonight. I was like sitting at work, just like I want to talk to somebody about it. I even called Seth
Yeah.
And we ranted about it for like 5 minutes, so but with that being said, everybody, I want to thank you all for joining us. I want to thank everybody in the comments for joining us as well. We do this for you as well as ourselves because we're movie people, and we like talking to movie people, and we like talking to all y'all. Seth, I appreciate you joining, and you just everything you bring to the table, son. I love you. Ramon, I love you too, my Ramon noodle.
Thanks a lot.
If anybody wants to know where you can find Ramon, it's Hit or Miss TV. That's on YouTube. If you go to the description on the YouTube link, you can go in the description, click the link in the description. There it is. I got it. And head to his channel and be a subscriber right now. All right. With that being said, thank you, everybody. Stay trigger happy, my friends.
Thank you, Papa Bear.
You're welcome. Peace.